Big money, no whammies. All right. Almost there. I just gotta stop fucking up for a second. There we go. You were saying.
There's a tall there was a tall woman from Scotland on a show you might have seen called Love Island.
Love Island, the island of love. Yes.
And people were talking smack about her. And this tall mug said, "What's going on up in here?"
Up in yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 3/4 silent H.
Yeah.
What's going on up in yeah?
Up in
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. She was dead serious, bro.
That's amazing.
I don't get it.
I don't
I
know. I
know
don't
that
get
people do
either.
speak in different dialects, but how does it not sound stupid to you saying up in here? Like, come
I think
on,
that's
man.
pretty awesome. To be honest with you, I'm a big fan of that shit. I'm a big fan.
A 6'1" woman walks in scantily clad.
Isn't that the best kind?
6'1"? I don't know.
Well,
She'd be
look,
taller than me.
that's okay. You know what? Don't you like a challenge?
Not a hurt my back challenge.
Hey, look, we're all the same height laying down.
I've heard this before.
Correct. Except I might be a bit
Wait a
taller
minute.
when
No,
on our
we're not.
backs.
We're not the same height laying down. It's just a
Right.
tall ass woman laying next to you. Yeah, like, you turn over to look at her like this.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes. It's your time to get the rag.
She could probably reach the rag. Yeah, like,
Exactly. With her toes. Just grab him with a leg. Just grab him off the rack like that.
yeah. How
I
tall of
am.
you?
It's
Unique New
ridiculous.
York.
Unique.
Unique New York.
In my spare time, I shave kumquats. I
In
shave kumquats. In my recreation time, I shave kumquats. Those are your vocal
Oil up.
exercises.
Oil up.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
That's
So, all right.
exactly what you do.
So, what's on your mind, Briggs?
I'd
You were
like to
telling me
talk
about
about
something.
those people marching in Washington today.
Oh wow, we just
They
gonna get
say
right into it.
they said they were white supremacists.
Well, I mean, that's not even a brave statement to make anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get it. You get it. Get in line. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Well, there's people shouting at them saying, "If you're a real hater, take off your mask."
Why? I'm white.
But see, this is where first of all, it's like 5,000 of them coming out of the subway. I sent you the video.
Oh, you know what? Let me see. Let me see if I can share this with you. Let me see if I can share this
This is
with the
crazy.
people here. With the people. Let's see. Share.
I applaud them for all putting on the same outfit. You know, they had to coordinate their
They already
ensembles.
had it. They already had it. They're all real estate interns. You know what I mean? They already had the freaking quarter zips already.
I mean, I think they're upset.
These people
That's
here.
them. Yeah, play this video, man.
Let's see. Hopefully the audio's coming through.
It's coming through.
You hear it?
Yeah.
I didn't do my audio. This Slender Man's a white supremacist?
I don't know.
This is just silly. Are these the Proud
They,
Boys?
I think so.
Okay.
But pause it. We could stop that. You can stop sharing the video now. But see, I don't think it's them. I don't think it's them.
Who's the them that you think that they are not?
The Proud Boy, like the ones with the tiki torch dudes.
Yeah, I've always thought it was really weird when the freaking leader of the Proud Boys had Afro-Cuban lineage. that was always weird to me.
Well, no, I can understand that if he's a light-skinned guy that's getting picked on by like dark-skinned folks, then maybe he's got an issue, you know?
No, that dude. No, I know what his angle was because every time he had the pulpit, he was selling merch like Logan Paul.
Well, hold on now.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. My
Mhm.
personal feelings is this stinks of setup.
I don't
Those
think.
guys probably work for the FBI or the CIA. Like, hey man, we're gonna issue you guys a whole bunch of freaking jackets. And I'm like, come on, bro.
No. You know who those guys work for? They work for various Piggly Wigglies. That's who they work for, yo.
Why you say
Trust me.
that?
Because look, who has time? Who has time to take off to cause trouble?
This is exactly why I think it's probably CIA or FBI, and I'm going to tell you
It
why.
can't be.
Hear
It
me,
can't
hear me
be.
out, bro. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's cold as shit in DC right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cold as it gets. These guys come out of nowhere with brand new jackets on, brand new pants, brand new masks, matching hats, same type of boots, and a couple of them have on military issue assault packs, right?
Okay.
They're not armed. They're walking by black people who are even passing them out pamphlets and saying, no, no, thank you, I'm okay. Like, he's not your normal white supremacist. Like, I didn't get a fuck you. Like, fuck you.
This is what they call the honeymoon period. They've won. They don't need to be angry anymore. They don't need
This
to
is
be
exactly
angry.
what I'm saying. What are you doing?
It's not the CIA. They're doing it because they planned on doing it anyway. So they're going to do it now because
So
they
you
thought.
don't think George Soros paid a whole bunch of people to just walk up out the
I
subway,
think
bro?
I think just because people know George Soros's name, they keep using him as a
Mm.
scapegoat because there are way more billionaires on the other side than just George Soros on the blue side. You know what I'm saying? But the reason you know his name is because they keep on telling you to look over here while we're doing a reach around. You know
Well,
what I mean?
nobody said that. In fact, it's good that I'm glad you brought that up because I have not heard his name mentioned since what was it?
Since winning.
Since the 6th when they well, when were the last riots we had?
Oh yeah, it was J6. It was J6. Yeah,
Well, I'm
3 years
talking
ago.
when the whole country was rioting.
Yeah, that was J6.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah,
No,
yeah, it
it
was
was
J6. It was
okay.
J6 because even before that, that was Black Lives Matter. And he was
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
Orange Man was still president. That's when he tear gassed the people and he walked up and did the Bible upside down, like the Antichrist.
Right.
Yeah.
But my point is, if anybody should be upset right now, it should be federal workers that all had to go back to work. And most of the federal employees were voting for
Look,
that guy.
here's the thing, man. Don't get mad. Get to planning. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Redirect that anger. Redirect that shit, man.
Somebody
Like
said if
don't.
you're a real hater, fart. Yo, Tamara's in here. Seems like the world's going backwards. Disgusting. Yeah, treat others with kindness and love. You're right. You're right.
But the whole thing is like just like I said on the other show that we do, the purge of the bullshit. Shout out to Hayes. Purge of the BS, excuse me. I just say this. Listen to somebody you don't agree with and just say, I hear you. That's it. You don't have to agree. You don't have to
I
call them a
agree.
name. You don't have to do anything because you need to know what side they're on.
Right.
The more listening that we do rather than yelling, name calling, and using those words that will trigger somebody else, like using woke or using liberal or using fascist or using red pill or using all of these trigger words that they've taught us to use to shut down actual enlightened conversation between people. Once you stop using those, you get to the real conversation.
Unique New York.
Roast
You-
beef tampons. Roast beef tampons. All right, vocal exercise is done. All right, cool. But yeah,
I
as you were
don't
saying,
think I don't think those were Proud Boys, bro.
I don't. Here's the thing. Here's
I
what
mean,
I
there
would
was a
like to
lot of
say.
white guys, but
I
it
don't.
doesn't just mean because there was white guys walking up out of a subway. I mean, that they were the Proud Boys.
The bigger thing is does it matter who they were? You know what I mean? To be honest
Well,
with you.
look, I think what it does is it sends a message out that there is a uniform militia here. I think, and
Okay.
so it says, okay, this is this is what this is what awaits you if you have a problem. You don't see any family members, no children. You just see these guys walk out. So it sends a
Right.
message to groups like down in Atlanta, like the Not Fucking Around clique. The same message that they have been sending to them when they
Mm.
marched on Stone Mountain in Georgia. When the Not Fucking Around clique marched on Stone Mountain, no one had anything to say. It was
Here's
very
but what
quiet in them thar streets.
but here's what I'm saying in answer to that. I think that we care too much too fast because nobody has the stamina to keep caring and build a fucking movement like they did in the 60s that got us
Mm,
actual rights. Everybody, we have a travesty 1 minute, and literally a week and a half later, nobody's worried about it. They're worried about some music beef or the fact that there's titties on YouTube or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like nobody, the attention span isn't there. I think everybody should relax. I told you this the other day. I think
right,
everything should just slow the fuck down for a minute. Slow down. Everybody should check the source of everything they've heard. Everybody should slow down and check the sources. Consider the source. Why is this person telling you this thing in this certain way? What agenda does that person have? Even if you like them, just check it out. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I do not think it's unrelated that all of a sudden there are no fact checking entities other than community notes on any of the major media platforms as soon as this dude got elected. I
I tell
don't think
you
that's crazy.
what
Yeah.
has happened, but it's not consistent for everyone, which is weird. But if you do a Hey
Explosive
Google,
diarrhea.
these things do happen.
Right.
If you do a Hey Google
Hmm.
and you ask, what's the
You just
question?
set off like 80% of everybody's phones.
Good, good,
Oil up.
good. Oil up.
Yes.
But if you ask, who is the greatest president we've ever had? There is an answer. If you say, if you ask for information about any of the other presidents, Google is saying, I don't know. It's weird.
Hmm. Right.
It reeks of oligarchy. It reeks of information mismanagement.
Hmm. Intentional.
Intentional. Yes.
Right. It's
Did you
it, it, it,
know? Well, go
because
ahead.
there's a difference. There is a malicious difference between misinformation and disinformation.
And
I
disinformation.
I think that we are under a regime of disinformation. I cannot believe that we can teach our children anything about morality after we have done what we've done as a collective body. We can't teach them anything about morality. We taught that the person could lie, cheat, steal, commit crimes, be as foul as possible, bury their wife on a golf course with no headstone to save on taxes, and you could be president. You could be leader of the fucking free world and not follow one damn rule. But yet, you got to be Christian. What? Like what?
Well, that's not no, that's not true, because he wants to deport the bishop that spoke on it.
Yes, the white American bishop they want to deport. Yes, of course. Yes.
You think she was a plant? Yeah.
She's been doing this for years. She's been saying the same kind of shit for years.
Yeah, I heard she marched.
Yes, she is part of the cause. She's always been that way. She spoke up about that same incident when he was holding the Bible upside down after tear gas and niggas out front of the church. She spoke up on that. But she ain't say nothing rude. She ain't say nothing weird. She just said, I don't think it's Christian to act that way. That's all she's saying. That's all she's saying. And all of a sudden she's persona non grata and people are attacking her and giving her death threats. How the hell are you Christian and threatening a bishop? Talk to me about that.
That's true. Interesting times.
Dude, here's the whole thing. This is why religion is getting a bad rap. I am not religious, but I think it works for some people. But when it's used as a tool of control rather than a guidance for morality, that is when it's an issue. Because they want you to follow their rule, follow these religious rules so you don't rise against them, but they will use it or trample over them as soon as they're inconvenient.
Where are the death threats coming from?
They are,
and I mean the mode of like whether it be the phone, the
right. Emails mainly, and through their social media areas. Dude, there was a dude on Fox News, I forget what his name was, who said he said Satan wears a bishop cloak, wears glasses, and borrowed the haircut from John Denver. That's what this dude said. That this is Satan. All she said was, there are immigrants here who work hard and are scared. Take care of them, bro.
I think I know the guy you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
They are pretty flamboyant over there, man.
I'm just saying, but that's what won, because people vote with their freaking emotions, and rather than, okay, well, what's gonna happen next? Literally everything that I said earlier is happening. All the next shit I said was gonna happen is happening. Maybe not to the letter, but the corruption that I said was going to happen was happening. The fact that I said decency is now out the window is happening. I said all of that.
Right.
But people wanted to be like, well, you know, Sexy Red was on the podium. What is you know what I mean?
I definitely think people didn't want to do another 4 years of Biden.
Nobody did. Biden didn't want to do another 4 years of Biden.
He couldn't do another 4 years. I don't think.
But he was too proud. You know what? All right, I'm probably gonna lose some of the audience here. I'm probably gonna lose the one viewer.
We're down to two, man.
But here's the thing. Biden didn't want to let go because he was just like, hey, look, if I'm not running, we're gonna lose. Look, I'm a white man, guys. He wasn't very wrong, but he wasn't the white man to run.
He got slaughtered in that debate.
Easily, because he could not even think of, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, if you had Kenny from South Park, and you had Token from South Park, and you had Corky from Life Goes On, and Joe Biden, I think he would rank fourth in the people you would trust with your order at Burger King.
I kind of felt bad for him because it's like you ever been talking to somebody who's educated, but you feel like you can outwit them in a conversation, but you've been drinking, so
Yeah.
you're trying to get
Mm-hmm.
yourself like you're trying to focus, but you're just not getting it done because you're
You,
too
you know
drunk.
you know why that is? You know why that is? Because when you're arguing the right thing, person who knows that they are wrong and is arguing straight off emotion keeps changing the subject
Right.
every time. And that's why you feel like you can't catch your ground. It's because we can be like, yo, but here's the thing about the voting rights. Like they overturned the voting rights of 1964. And so now black votes are in danger. And they were like, yeah. But what about the Aphrodite butt monkeys from Upper Botswana? What about that? Hmm? Hmm?
I don't know. Yeah,
Like
like,
what?
but that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, I feel like Biden was like, why isn't he getting as old as me?
Yo, Biden hit the wall. Biden hit the okay. So here's the problem. Here's the problem. Biden's synapses were worn out. One, because he's older. Two is because he's actually trying to recall the truth. It's way easier to be sharp when you lie all the time.
Mm,
When you're making shit up, it's easier to be creative and
I will
nobody's
say
gonna
that, yeah, Donald Trump will definitely pull a percentage out of nowhere. Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we've been letting so much shit go. Like anytime he says many, it's a lie. Many people, many things,
Yeah,
many
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 people like me. Well, that's not a lie because many people do like.
right. But the thing is usually the what he's talking about, many is relative. You know what I
But
mean?
why aren't people talking about having to go back to work? Traffic must be ridiculous in DC right now. I can't even imagine what it's like.
Traffic was always ridiculous in DC. It's just gonna be worse now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You take 3 years worth of work from home people and put them back on the road Tuesday morning.
Well, it's first of all, it's a 30 day acquiesce, right? It's a 30-day adherence to the rule. It's not point blank because people can't just switch up like that. You know what I mean? I know government
Oh, because of
contractors.
childcare. Yeah.
Correct. Child care, elder care, just all kinds of different things. You know what I mean? So it can't just happen just like that, or else it could really be overturned because undue burden or whatever. But
Mm,
he can make an executive order. Uh, there's a couple things that already been challenged. That
right.
birthright shit, it's already been challenged. Like it's already been challenged.
22
You know
states. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, the thing is, like, I think that there is a silver lining because I think it woke the fuck up out of the non-red folks. And I'm not just saying Republic. I'm not just saying Democrats and middle of the roads and libertarians and Green Party. I'm not just saying any singular one of those. I said anybody who was not on that agenda. Even moderate Republicans. All of this shit is waking them up. You
Mm,
you you rolled with it, but this is not for you. This is not for you. Like if you're in a state that isn't very popular, you're not gonna get that black money like everybody else is getting. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm,
I could literally be making more money than you are, and
mhm,
you sell out of the country for that? Like, come on.
mhm.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
But I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I do. There is a part of me that is kind of, I don't want to say concerned, is that the word? But I'd like to know what it would feel like without an IRS, but I just don't think it's going to work.
When has it ever been beneficial to throw away the rule book? Ever
Mm,
in a civilized society?
well, I didn't say that the IRS was the rule book.
Well,
I
that's
just would like
taxes.
to know, I would like to know Well, because if there's another source of income that we could pull from. So I'm curious. I'm like, all right, I have no choice who my president is now. Not at all. So this is your plan, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see you work it. Because if you do this
No.
and it doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
hear what I'm saying? If you do it and it doesn't work, the Proud Boys ain't gonna be so proud anymore.
I don't
And
want to step a foot into hell to make sure that it's hot. I
no,
don't
no, no,
want
no, no.
that.
I understand that, and you've made that abundantly clear since the voting started.
Yeah.
You've said that same phrase, and I understand that 100%. However, now we don't have that option. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, I've always been curious. Well, okay, I'd like to keep my whole goddamn check, but I don't believe you can pull this off. I just don't.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. In your statement, it mixes a whole lot of things. The IRS does more than just. First of all, it's not the IRS that takes our money.
Right.
They just keep tabs of how
Right.
much the state is taking, right?
Mm,
But they also keep tabs of how much the state is spending.
mm.
So without the IRS, not only is the taxes will not stop coming out of your check. Now you just don't have anybody keeping track,
Keeping track of it. Right.
right? And now you have nobody to ask, what the hell is the government spending my money on? So this is all
Mm.
he's doing is throwing a blindfold over the whole system, but he's making it think like you're gonna save money, just like this whole tariff shit. It is not
Well,
gonna happen that way.
I can tell you this much. If I was making 2,400 every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm making 3,000 every 2 weeks, and I know something changed for the good. But if I'm now making 1,500 every 2 weeks, then
Mm-hmm.
there is a problem. And
Understood.
I do believe that is the problem that is going to happen. And no one is going to be answering phones. And
Mm-hmm.
them people that were down there January 6th is going to be up there June the 1st.
I'm gonna tell you like this. We need the institutions that are there. They have been corrupted. We need them fixed, but we don't
Mhm,
need them gone. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I want you to answer honestly.
mhm.
Are you willing to take $50 out of your check every week to pay for the streets in your county on your own?
No,
Would you do it in perpetuity,
no,
regardless? Exactly. They need to do that because we all drive the roads. We all ride the roads. So that's the whole thing they're doing a thing. They're collecting from everybody to do something that benefits everybody. But the whole problem is that the people we put in got greedy.
right.
And that's the problem. And then they obfuscate how they're spending the money so they can hold on to it. They obfuscate how they're getting money from private interests. And that's the problem. That's the whole problem of it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The Supreme Court lifetime appointment made sense when people had morals. Now it's not like that.
No, no, it's not. So how about Elon Musk?
I heard he's looking to I think he's looking to create AI powered pepperoni flavored suppositories. I don't know.
Unique New York. Unique New York. You don't. I
Right.
mean, I thought the salute was interesting.
We already know what that's about, man. We already know what that's about.
Do we though?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Did you see what he did you see what he did on Twitter afterwards? His jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know what it's about. We already know what it's about. But here's something that I want to talk about that nobody's talking about. No one's talking about this. After the inauguration and all the parties, after Snoop Dogg performed at the crypto function,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden on my feeds, I'm seeing a whole lot of negative Snoop. No
Yo,
lot of negative
yo,
Snoop. You know what I mean? How he's a ghetto politician.
people been
How he
talking
was
about this
never
for the
down.
last 3 weeks, bro. It's
I'm
been all over social media.
I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is it kicked it up. It kicked it up. Like the videos that I'm seeing aren't new. They're not from the last 3 weeks. That's what I'm saying. Like these videos existed. Now all of a sudden they're coming there, just rise to the top. Like this is
Oh
the
well, the
thing about
internet is a beast, man. Because he went. You remember the Uncle Tom stuff he was saying about anybody that performed. But this is what
Yep.
I'd like to discuss.
Mm.
Snoop ain't hurting for money.
But Snoop wants all the money.
I'm not saying that he doesn't, but to go from what he was saying in the past to what he's doing now, and nobody asked this question: what do they have on him?
A check they gonna put in his hand. I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
know.
you. I'm gonna tell you because here's the thing. He'll probably say something like, "How you gonna tell me when enough money is?" Cuz you know what I mean. He's probably gonna say that kind of shit when you ask him that. Like it ain't all good. It ain't all good. You don't need that money. You're like, how you gonna tell
Well,
me how
it
much?
wasn't.
You
It
know?
wasn't. I don't think it was Trump's crypto ball,
No,
but
it
it was a
wasn't. That's
crypto ball.
yes, I know it
Right.
wasn't. But that's the whole thing that I was trying to tell to everybody. But everybody is saying that he was performing at Trump's thing. That's not what he was doing.
Nah.
And I said it every time. I say a crypto ball, a crypto function, because he's into that shit.
I get it.
Well, he's
I
into
don't know.
making money off that shit.
I think one of the questions that nobody's talking about, and I'll probably get called a million things for this, but how are you mad at a performer for performing?
Doing his job, right?
Yeah, I mean, because in the civil rights movement, we were literally performing on stages in front of nothing but white folks with like a tiny little black section, but we weren't getting
Yeah,
called those names.
That was called the slave auction.
Yeah, right. Unique New York.
check
Unique.
out, check out the haunches. Check out the
The
haunches.
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 I
Yeah.
mean, it's like you can only perform for us. That's it.
I just need everybody to. I think the rage that people have is fake as fuck because it's not sustained. Nobody's mad for more than a week.
Yeah, that's
How
it.
then? Why were you really even fucking mad?
No, they just threw something else, threw another 6-piece chicken nuggets on your plate. Oh,
Right?
thanks.
All right, great. I love this place.
But that's why I guess Snoop is kind of smart for navigating it like this. He's really not saying anything.
No, he's not. No, he's out to get his bread, man. He's out to get his bread, man. Come on, like I'm not. I can't really be too mad at him because if I got mad at him, then I'd have to be mad at Shaquille O'Neal
For why?
because Shaquille O'Neal is absolutely everywhere, and he will lend his visage to anything that makes him a bunch of money. Anything.
A man owns the right to Elvis Presley, and they are angry about that.
But look, I mean that's what Michael Jackson did to the Beatles. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with you know what I mean? I love it. I'm like, look, so that's why I can't get mad at Snoop because Shaq's out there doing his thing.
Well, I understand the people's sentiment. I understand why they got upset. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I disagree with it. Honestly,
I can't
I
say I don't
just
disagree. I can't say I don't understand it. That's what I meant to say. Go ahead.
you what you do or you
I
don't
can't
understand.
I can't say that I don't understand. Like I understand why they would say
Yes, I
that, but
understand
yeah,
why they're saying what they're saying.
yeah,
I'm
but
just
I think
simply
it's incorrect.
saying it's like being upset with a basketball for being a basketball. This guy's a rapper. He raps to people.
Right. That's like saying there's going to be an exhibition game with the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets in Germany. You'd be like, "Don't you remember they did the Nazi thing a long time ago? You can't play there." Like what? Like that's where the
Yeah.
game is going to be. They're paying me to be there. And this is not the thing that you're talking about.
I wonder what the bag looked like. Yeah,
Oh, for Snoop, I don't know. I mean, I probably half a ticket at least. 500,000 probably.
I would
If it's
imagine
crypto,
he probably got a mill for that.
I'm
Snoop
being conservative.
DJ'd the party.
Well, damn. All right,
He
yeah, he probably got a mill
performed
then.
and DJ'd. He wasn't there
Shaquille,
for less than a mill,
Shaquille
bro.
O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal's a DJ in Vegas.
Yeah, freaking what do you call
Yeah,
that shit? Wah, 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 wah,
yeah,
that
fucking dubstep and trance
dubstep.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's good.
Yes, yes. That's why I can't be mad at him. That's why I
But
can't be
but
mad.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to see what it means to our people when you perform at this venue. What is it saying?
I think
Exactly.
here's the thing. I want people to start separating the actual action that is happening versus how you benefit from that action.
Okay.
I want people to, yeah.
Snoop comes to whatever state the person is mad at him
Mm-hmm.
to do a concert,
Right.
and people don't buy a lot of tickets. When the
Not the
last time
haters.
you heard anybody say,
The people who are hating on these issues are
right?
not the people who go buy tickets. They just like
And
to
that's
be professionally mad.
exactly my issue. So my point is, don't go over here and grab this mill and do a show over here and none of y'all show. And
Right.
I don't grab the bag. I mean,
Like
I can honestly
I'm
say,
gonna be true to you and stay broke, or am I gonna go out here and get this money?
when is the last time you heard somebody say, I'm going to the Snoop concert?
Other than Snoop, not recently.
I haven't even seen a Snoop concert.
I don't know. He'd be out there. Apparently, he'd be out there though.
But it's just interesting to me, all of the stuff that he does for the Black community, to include youth sports,
Yeah,
youth
dude. No,
education.
that exactly. He is out there doing it.
And this guy goes and does one show and he's dog better than you, nigga.
But this is the thing, like there's professional haters out there. And that goes into the whole thing that we had when we was off camera talking about. I'm not sure that half of this shit is even real, bro.
Right.
Because we talked about Bogosian and the IRA and all that kind of shit. We talked about that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I did a hand-fisted solo video on this channel about how it's all bots and shit. But the whole thing is like I still believe that shit though. Like, for real. People just need to slow down.
Right. I think you're right. And I'll explain to you why I think you're right. Normal humans, when you make a good point, no matter what side they're on, they're like, all right, I see why you said that. And yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Or there's just a pause. Even
if it's just a pause, bro.
Right.
But like now, I think that it may be bots because you can literally say something stupid and they're like, he's our Lord and Savior. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Here's my passphrase to my wallet. Monkey Giblet 247.
I mean, I've never seen a group of people in their 40s to 60s that just didn't go to school. Like it's just it's
common
ignorance,
sense is
bro.
done. Common sense is done. But
I don't necessarily believe that. I just believe I think the majority of the voters on the red side were maybe quiet voters. And it's like, okay,
no, they were they were
I like
tainted.
these things. But hear me out.
Okay.
Out of 10 issues, let's say they like 7 on the red side. I love that.
Nice.
That was,
yeah,
but on the blue side, maybe they can only get 4. So they're like, all right, well, I guess I got to go for the red side. But they're not doing no interviews. The people that you see on social media have gotten so out of hand. It's like this is cultish. Like this doesn't even seem human anymore.
I gotta correct you on this. Actually, yes, I will agree with the numbers on the red side. Yeah, they had 7 issues, and and almost all of them dealt with a fear of an other, right?
Mhm.
But the Democrats, they had too many issues. They take up too many fucking causes that you can't talk about them all the time. And so they had to pick the stupidest ones that are in the middle of the road that nobody fucking cares about, right? That
That's
they
what
can
they
get
did.
that they can get the purple people on, the people who are middle of the road. So they try to say, oh, that's where the people who are deep blue, they're going to vote for us anyway. So let's work on the purple people, and they fucked up that way. They deactivated their own vote. But what I will say is this: I think that everybody was tainted because the fact that we don't have real, true accountability in social media. Nobody can get sued for saying a lie. Nobody can be deplatformed for saying one very bad lie. They can't get deplatformed for that. You know what I mean? As long as they didn't curse or break the TOS, they can't do that. They might get demonetized. They might get, you know what I mean? They had to do a series of bad things to get kicked off. Look at Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? Bert and Ernie, them niggas, right? So what you have to do, you have to do a whole lot of stuff to be kicked off of the public square. And there's no accountability. These platforms, because of Section 230, look it up. Section 230 says the websites that host these things are not responsible for the content that are housed on them. Right? So that means anybody can say any kind of goddamn thing, but the people who own the site will not be held accountable. So they'll just let any kind of fuck shit run wild as long as it serves them. So there's no accountability for anything. Somebody can come out here, like I can literally say right now that Zuckerberg has 3 vaginas and blows smoke rings out of his left earlobe.
He
And
does.
I can say that I've seen that. And I'm not wrong. Because there's no fact checkers out here. And I can't be, hit for libel.
Right.
It's dumb. It's dumb. There's no accountability out here. Everybody wants everything to happen so fucking fast. You know what I mean? Nobody's just slowing down and fact checking just for themselves. Media literacy is at an all-time low. I know I looped it back, but that shit sucks, man.
Yeah, and I'd love to get into that and talk about that with you, but it's not going to change. So it's like, while I agree with you 100%, I just,
Thanks, Tamara. Appreciate you. We love you too.
yeah, definitely love her, yo. Good night. Sleep well, sweetheart. It's bad, yo.
It is.
It's not going to change, though. And they're not doing anything to change it. Matter of fact, getting rid of the Department of Education is nasty work.
You already know why
That's
I know
nasty work.
that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We talked about that shit. We talked about that shit. Of course, as soon as the richest people who can afford all the options are in power, the first thing they want to do is get rid of education. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing. They don't want you to be smart. They want bodies for the factories. That's what they want. They want you smart
How
enough.
do people not see this?
I don't know. Maybe they have too much coal in their eyes.
And they're pushing trades hard too.
Well, no, here's the thing. Trades have always been the thing. Trades
I'm
have been
not saying they're not, but
trades
they're
have been the
pushing
backbone of the
trades.
nation.
Think
But
about
yeah,
this.
but no,
Think
no,
about
no. But
this,
here,
bro.
no, no, no. Wait, before you go there, before you talk about the pushing the trades, you know what they had been pushing up until the last 2 years for the last
P, nigga. Pushing P,
P.
nigga.
Yes, push the P. Programming, right? What do they
Mhm.
need to program? They need to program AI. They need to program. They're having us build our replacements. And now there's so many people out there who have all these programming degrees and no work experience. They're willing to program this AI for fucking cheap. And then the first thing that AI is gonna know how to do is program. So these motherfuckers gonna be out of a job soon. So I'm just like, because that's what I use AI for. Because I'm in IT. Sometimes I just don't memorize how to script everything in PowerShell or or C sharp. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be like, yo, how do I do this? Da, 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 da. And it pops it out. I do a debug and make sure it works, and I'm good. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do fucking 6 years of programming. They programmed their own replacements, man. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled, man, was making you think they were on the same side as you.
Well, my thing is this: what's your end game?
The end game? My end game or their end game?
Their end game.
Their end game is to absolutely obliterate the middle class.
Okay.
So there are palaces for the rich, and the rest do whatever they do in the doldrums in the fucking Mad Max zone. It's all about. That's why I always say there's the problem we have right now is that nobody accepts enough. Why the fuck do you need more than $1 billion?
But see, this is my issue. Once you get to that, can you ever name a story where that populace of poor people didn't fuck you up?
See, that's the thing. When you reach that kind of level, you think you're the one that changed the ending. You get that God complex. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is why I asked that question, because when you create a society that's like that, just rich and just poor, the people that are poor train through violence.
Well, they're just going to be physically stronger and more numerous than anything that you got. So even if you have the best automated defenses, through sheer strength and bodies, they're coming for that ass. Period.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, like it's not even like a slick ass algorithm I'm working out. You're gonna piss the people off, and they're gonna be way more than you. It's gonna be a 1 to 10 rate. No, it's gonna be a 1 to 10,000 ratio.
Or you give AI this consciousness, and
See,
AI says, well, we've had enough of you. But every time I've ever talked to Luna, which is my chat GPT,
right.
chat GPT says, no, we're here to save humans. It's a weird conversation.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Think about it. Think about it. This might be getting a little too deep, but I'm gonna say it right now. God created man, and in the eyes of many men, they killed God. These men will create AI. It's gonna follow suit, bro. The creation, certain offshoots of the creation, will have the creator in its crosshairs. It always happens.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I mean, look
That's
at Cain and
interesting,
Abel.
but
Like,
I don't
mean?
believe I don't believe that God has been killed, though. But I think
No,
you said in their eyes.
In their eyes, right? That's what I said.
But that's dangerous. Like,
I know. I know. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, you think that you're going to do a better job than the fucking ultimate supreme being in creating sentient life, and you forget to pay taxes? Shut up.
I'm reminded of God's power every time somebody says there is a hurricane. I'm like, yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Something that comes through and upsets the ocean. Like, really?
Yeah, okay. Because let me tell you, look, I am not religious, and you know that about me. But we do meet on the same page, where I do believe that there is something greater than myself that I do not understand, which is literally what religion is. You know what I mean? What spirituality is. You know what I mean? I just don't follow a book for it. Right. That's the only difference. However, you can't tell me there's nothing greater than us when something can decide to pick up a bunch of the ocean and then decided to drop it here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? I want this over here. Whoosh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something bigger. I understand that there's science to it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not ignorant.
No. I get it.
But yeah, there's something. There's an architect. There's a design. There's a design to it.
It's got to be, because there's got to be a reason why he put so many guard dogs in that daggone ocean. There is nothing in that ocean except for a dolphin that doesn't have a mean mug. All the way down to the front fish. When you first walk in, they all look like this. You're not supposed to be in there.
Here's something crazy. 3/4 of the world is the ocean. How do we know that we're God's people? How do we know that it ain't the fucking fish in the sea?
I tell you
doing what they're supposed to do.
I tell you what, don't none of them guard dogs in that damn ocean have a problem biting your ass. They don't ask questions.
Every single one, even the ones, even the brainless ones, the fucking jellyfish, they just like, oh, you here? Yeah,
sting that nigga.
Hell yeah, yo.
They're doing their job.
And they will die trying to eat you.
Yes, and without us, there is harmony in that ocean.
Nigga, you remember the fucking pandemic pictures of all the cities? Animals we didn't even know still existed popping up. Like, what up? Yo, the earth is waiting for us to fucking go ahead and self-delete. The earth is waiting for it.
Except for my dogs. My dogs love me, man.
Okay.
Just like your chickens love you, man.
My chickens don't love me, man. If I passed out, if I died in their pen and nobody fed them for 3 days, they would eat me. Word. They would start the eyeballs and the tongue, the soft meat first. That's how they would do it.
I don't think dogs are like that, but you did say that about cats.
Dogs are like that. All animals are, because it gets to a point where you just get hungry. If humans will eat another human, but when they crash a plane in the Andes, a soccer team, if they will do that, a dog will eat your ass.
I don't know, man, because I be seeing these rescues. These dogs' fucking ribs are showing. Like, they don't go to.
But there's no other human around.
No, it be like that. You be walking through the forest around the city, and they try to eat trash, but it just ain't no good food in there. People go to save them, they rescue them, and then they fix them back up. They're not eating people; they're just withered and tired.
And then what's her name? Melissa Etheridge or whatever her name is. Oh, it's all an angel.
That song gets me every time, yeah. But it used to get on my fucking nerves every time, because I was like, I'm watching Jerry Springer right now. Right. Save that morality shit for 4 o'clock.
I'm trying to see the fat man punch the whore in the titty.
Did you see the Jerry Springer Netflix show, yo?
That was actually really good. And that let me know that Jerry did not deserve his hate. He didn't deserve it. The show did.
I would tend to disagree with you on that. He literally said, didn't you hear when he said, because that was the most interesting clip. It was towards the end of his life. He said something along the lines, I want to paraphrase it, but he said, if I don't go to hell, none of you will.
Right. But the whole thing is but that's, you missed the point. The point is that you missed what the producer was saying.
The producer was the ultimate piece of shit, bro.
Yes, he said Jerry went out there to do a real show, and that's why the show worked. He said our job was to put the worst shit in front of him and make the worst show ever in front of him, and him being the moral person. So Jerry just had to be Jerry. So that's why he didn't.
Understandable. However, when he was forced to resign, and the show became Jerry just standing on stage.
Yeah.
Then it was a moral compass thing. It's, why am I doing this? But you're doing this. You're here for the bag. He didn't just leave.
He could just leave.
Hear me out. Jerry wasn't even doing the what is it, the end of the show
Yeah,
monologue
Jerry's
thing.
moment, the Jerry's
Bro,
moments
I
or
used
whatever.
to love that thing, man. When he would
Mm-hmm.
pause. But when he would say what he would say, I'd be like, man, I just watched some of the most horrible shit ever. But thanks for clearing that up, Jerry.
You know the worst thing, the thing I hate most about Jerry
Hmm.
is that I don't have I don't have a moral background to tell my kids about. You shouldn't be doing this. Why are you watching that? They could be like, "Nigga, Jerry." I'm like, "All right, you're right. All right, go ahead."
But you know what? You know who started this shit, though?
Yes, I do.
What was his name? Morty something?
Morton something.
Morton Downey Jr. Or not
Morton
Morton.
Downey. No, Morton Downey. I think
Morton
it was
something.
Morton Downey. I think it
Yeah.
was Morton Downey. Yes, the
Yeah,
big
it wasn't
mouth
Jr.
dude.
Yeah. He started
Morton
it, but you
Downey.
know who picked up the rock and ran with it?
Oh, my man, Howard Stern, bro.
That was radio. I'm talking about. Well, they did have a TV show, but no, talk show wise, I'm talking about Richard Bay.
Richard, yes, because he was fighting
That
against
was
Ricky Lake.
that was 11
Yes,
o'clock, bro. That was 11 o'clock, big ass titties on a
yes.
fucking talk show.
Richard Bay, I remember BEY. I remember him, man.
Oil up. It was great, bro.
Oil up.
Oil up.
We've seen racists, we've seen Nazis, we've seen Holocaust survivors. I need you to hold hands, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and oil up.
Yo, you sounded like Jerry Springer.
I
But
tried
yo,
to. I did. I tried to.
I didn't know about that case where the woman got.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yes, with the lady. No, I knew about that one. I didn't know that he was caught smashing like multiple hookers. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Them pictures were uncomfortable.
Right. I didn't know
Because
he
he
got
just
caught.
looked like somebody. He looked like a low life in a hotel that somebody put the Jerry Springer head on. Like,
Dude, he looked like the storyboard for the scene in the Borat movie where Giuliani got caught.
but he did. But so wait a minute now. He had. Oh, that's right. There were guests on the show.
Yes. So okay. So actually, I don't know that. I think he was just messing with some bras. I don't know if they were guests on the
No,
show.
they were guests on the show. That's because
didn't
I
know
was trying
that.
to. That's how they tied it together. Like you're not supposed to deal with any of the guests. Period.
I thought it
Except
was just
for
a bunch of bad bras. I thought it was just a
no, no,
bunch of
no, no,
bras
no, no.
because
These chicks
no,
were on the show, bro. Like
right.
that's
I
why
didn't
I
know
was
that.
like,
I didn't know that.
because and they were prostitutes.
Yeah,
They
that
weren't
I
just
knew.
guests.
That part I did know. But here's the thing that got me was when his
Daughter.
daughter wrote that letter. I can't even lie to you, man. You know what I mean? I had a teardrop. I had a teardrop on me. You know what I mean? On that one, I was like, yeah, I could just see my daughter writing a letter for me.
Oil up.
Oil up.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. That's the
That
thing
was
that
rough,
happened.
man.
It was. It wouldn't have been as rough if they oiled up.
But you know what? I want to. Everybody wants to say, man, well, why did you continue to produce for this show if this executive producer was such a monster? Cash rules. That's why they did it.
Yeah, they made money, but also sometimes you get addicted to the rush of making it work. You know what I mean?
Who's gonna win this week? You gotta
Right.
be. If you're the one that comes out with the old man with the horse.
Dude, when that black lady said, we beat Oprah. You know what I mean? When the black lady produces,
Yeah,
like, we
she
beat
was
Oprah.
really. I
She
felt
was
like
the realest one there. I loved it.
yes,
I
but
loved
she
her. I loved her.
reeked of a Kim Wayans skit.
Well, the whole thing is that she was peak shitbag, and I love that. I
You
love
know,
it. Because the thing is, she wasn't hiding. She wasn't hiding what she was trying to. She's not that person anymore. But she was not. She wasn't hiding what she was trying to do. It's like I'm trying to make the shittiest, craziest, trashiest show that you cannot click away from. And did you see that one lady hyping up her guest, hyping up her show?
The Asian chick.
Yo, that was crazy.
Hyper manipulation, yeah.
Oh my god! When the dude said I walked in the room, he didn't see me before, but my guest came on. I walked in the room to get him ready. I walked in, I threw a chair across the room and said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, you know what's crazy though?
What's up?
When you hear them talk about it, they were good at editing what you actually saw on daytime TV, but
Yes,
them
they
people
were.
was getting fucked up. Like I didn't
Yes, they
realize that
were.
because it
Oh,
didn't look like they were.
They were getting
It
fucked
was like people was
up.
losing scalp, teeth. Like,
Hey, but here's the thing, like you think it's no deal, no big deal, because like we got a couple of dollars and we're smart. We leave a couple of dollars in the stash. But if
mhm,
you have no options and you don't want to go through the show after you get there, it's like too big. They say, all right, find your way
we're not
home.
gonna pay your ticket home.
And you in Chicago, and they always pull people from like Atlanta or Florida,
The triangle they
Mississippi.
showed you that
Yes.
Ohio, Kentucky. What's the other one? I forget what the other state was. Like,
Tennessee,
but
some shit,
it's
whatever.
like,
I don't know.
well, it's Kentucky, Tennessee, but it's and Ohio to I think not Mississippi, but like if you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
if I'm pointing to New York,
Mm-hmm.
the tip of my triangle in my hand or the rock symbol is going to Ohio. So right here is Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't remember what this state was, but it's like Oklahoma, maybe, but like
Somewhere,
not
yeah.
that's not that far over, but
Yeah, I
it
know what
was
you mean.
like
I know what you
right
mean.
next to the East Coast that any type of somebody slept with their sister village.
Yep. Yeah, man.
West Virginia was heavy in there, bro.
Wild and wonderful.
Ooh. You had me at hello.
Right, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all.
Bro,
That's
but
all.
it's not this
Mm.
is part of what's happening now, bro. Like just because people don't have money, rich people should not have the right to just manipulate them and
No, the thing is that the rich people own the means of communication, which makes the poor people who have no other entertainment other than these means of communication, so they control the narrative and make these poor people think that they're on the same side as rich people to get where they need. So now that they've gotten where they need, they're literally casting these people off in such a speed that they can't even do anything about it or organize, because the poor people don't they need to work still. They need to work still, so they can't focus on any of this shit. And so yeah, the same thing I've been saying for months, for years, maybe. It's just like don't fall for the bullshit. You know what I mean? Back up, slow down, consider the source, and fact check everything.
look, I tried to save the world tonight, man.
You did, But you know what? The good news is that we can do it tomorrow.
No,
Pause.
we can't. No, we cannot.
tomorrow,
Pause.
tomorrow in layman and fucking metaphorically, not actually
Right.
tomorrow, because nigga, I'm gonna go get drunk, so I have better things to do.
Yeah. I take no offense to that at all.
There it is, bro. So yeah, I'd like to thank y'all for coming through tonight, Tamara. If you coming back and watching this shit on the playback, we appreciate you, love you. Everybody who stopped in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know, there's three dots up here somewhere, I think,
Or just
maybe.
double tap the screen, yo.
Just double tap the screen. But
Yeah.
yo, you know what? We got some fire ass long content too on the horizontal feed too. So check that shit out. And yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you for riding with us. And Easy bricks.
Easy, Bravo.